Hi friends, let us come back to the second part of our essay, Digital Technologies. So can you tell me an introduction? If you write an annotation, how will you introduce it? The introduction should have three main items. That is name of the author, name of the essay and the content. So can you tell me an introduction? How can you tell that? I will tell for you. APJ Abdul Kalam and Y.S. Rajan in the essay Digital Technologies extracted from India 2020, a vision for the new millennium, envisages or envisions that digital technologies and then what usage of digital skills are very much required for the development of the economy. Actually, the essay was written, that's enough. The essay was written in 1998. So when India was moving towards a new millennium, he is giving a new vision for the development of the economy of the country. So what all things are required, what all methods are required, how can it be improved. And in the first paragraph itself we saw that as a new technologies are introduced, we are going to witness a rapid improvement in the skills of large number of people. That also in all sectors of Indian economy, agriculture, industry and service sectors. That is what we saw in the first video. Let us move on to second video. Page number 24. Second paragraph. Among the newer services that have emerged, see, we have seen that there is going to be a great improvement in the skills of large number of people as new technologies are introduced into the economic system. Among the newer services that have emerged, new services recently emerged. See, they are advertising. Yes. Previously, our economy means food, shelter, basic needs only. Okay now? Food, clothing, shelter, etc. So now we are moving towards, first basic needs, then comforts, then luxury. So we have to move from one area to another one, and there should be improvement. See, we should not limit ourselves to basic needs. Okay now? So agriculture, industry and service sector, all these sectors, there should be improvement. Among the newer services that have emerged, recently emerged services, they are advertising. You know it because every product when we go to buy it, the influence of ad or advertising will be there. Is it also? See, when you go to drink something, from a market, the first thing that comes to your mind would be the song Thumbs Up, Taste of Thunder. Is it not so? So, as you remember that song, we prefer that. Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up, like that. See, you know the actual cost of production of that soft drink that you buy for 10 rupees or 12 rupees is less than 2 rupees. Actual cost of production. To that they add the expense for advertising and other expenditure that they have to meet with. That means wholesale, retail, when all these things are added with their profit also, that we have to pay 10 rupees or 12 rupees for a bottle of drink. See, actual cost of production is very less in fact. Okay now. So newer business or activities, services that have emerged are advertising, marketing management and various consultancies. A new development is that consultancies are getting much more need in the modern world today. We know that even in our personal life, these agencies are doing a great job. For example, a marriage function is there. So the house owner may not have the time to take care of all the things. So you give that duty to some event management people. They would come and they will make a contract that this much lakhs or huge amount. If it is given to them, they will take care of everything from first to last, A to Z. Is also receiving people, meeting them and accommodating them and even sending them off. You just give, some or huge amount of money what they are demanding. Same way, consultancy service are there. So, when a project is sanctioned by the government, they will immediately authorize a consultancy service to take care of other things. They will discuss with, all stakeholders. See, for example, suppose a metro project, a huge project. Visakhapatnam metro project is sanctioned by the government. For example, you take, then immediately they would hand over the duty of arranging all these things to a consultancy service. These service consultancy, they would go and discuss with all the stakeholders, means from where to get the money, loan, for example, a source of funding, then where to get this coaches, railway coaches for this metro, and from A to Z they will take care of. Of course, with the sanction or permission from the government, they will give suggestions and recommendations. It will be accepted, and the consultancy will get not a small amount, maybe 2 to 3% of the entire project, crores and crores of rupees. So, in the same way, this kind of managing companies would be there in all fields of life, all sectors you can find. So, newer activities that are going to take place in the modern world is like this. Okay now? So, what's that? Okay. Various consultancies and consultancy services. Some of the sectors considered to be of great value for India are, some of sectors which are of great value for India are financial services. Yes, it plays a vital role. Marketing, communication services, etc. It includes advertising, media, consultancy and infotainment, which means enjoyment and information together. New programs are there. Okay now? Yes, marketing, logistics, you see? Which means what? Planning, implementation, supply, transportation. They will take care of all these things. Collection of all these things. Logistics, trading and distribution, trade promotion services, human resource development, technical and management consultancy, testing, certification and calibration services, government administration and security services. These are the activities which are emerging recently in the modern world or nowadays. There are also other important activities. To name a few of them: repair and maintenance, tourism and hotels, leisure and sports, resorts, cultural activities, old age care services, preventive health care services. So newer activities are emerging. Of course, for an economy, new activities should emerge. People should be spending money on that. Economic activity should be going on. Not in small amount, but in large amount. Do you know that a beauty industry in America, the amount is more than the national income of India. See, America, though it's so powerful and wealthy nation, the total number of people, means population of America is maybe 32.8 crore only. Such a country's beauty industry is bigger than our national income, which means they have moved from basic needs to comforts and they are in luxury. They spend more money on luxury and luxury items, not for the basic needs. For average Indian, is it not so? They even now in 21st century spend money on their basic needs. As I have mentioned in the first video, that crores and crores of people are there in India who are living below poverty line. Such a country is ours, but we are improving slowly and we are spending money on comforts and luxuries nowadays. Okay, now let us move on to the next paragraph. Marketing communication, which comprises services such as advertising, research and entertainment, depends primarily on the stage of economic development and the nature of target groups. That means the customers they are targeting. Okay, now, though currently 70% of the population is rural. That is a problem with the India. The people are living in rural areas, in villages. Okay, now there is development. The development in that areas very limited. You see, lagging behind. Yes, 70% of India's population they live in rural villages. Okay, by the year 2020, this figure should decline to 55%. So we expect that the 70% of people living in rural areas will come down to 50 to 55%. That means, more people move towards city and they would reside there with a new job, new income, new earning. And people depending on village agriculture will come down. There will be more development, more cities will emerge and more economic activity will emerge as a result of that. Okay, and see, yes, this should decline 55% of the literacy rate is expected to rise to 80%, and there's an and missing. Literacy rate should move up to 80% in a national level. Some states literacy is so great. For example, state of Kerala, they have achieved a 10% literacy rate. Okay, now 100%. Actual literacy rate, that means educated people are above 90%, because those who are below 6 years of age or those who are above 60 or 70 years of age, we cannot expect them to be educated or be able to read, write or do something like that. Okay, now, so anyhow they are above 90%, far above the national average. So we expect that the national literacy rate should go up to 80%. Okay. Because of these trends, there would be major shifts in marketing communication. As a result of that, there will be a change in marketing communication. Yes, the strategy now is to focus on innovation and create new needs. The plan is to create new needs for the people of India. Yes, market research and market communication have so far been confined to a handful of consumer goods. You see, marketing communication was limited only to consumer goods like soaps, cosmetics, toothpaste, beverage and select food products. Yes, till now, our marketing communication was limited to a handful of what are necessary for us, like soaps, cosmetics, toothpaste, etc. and etc. They are now being applied to white goods like means comforts and luxury. White goods, you see, like television sets, refrigerators and washing machines. Yes, now people have begun to start buying. They have begun to buy things of comforts and luxuries like refrigerators, television sets, washing machines, etc. But that is also not possible in rural areas. In many parts of India, even 21st century, electricity is not available. How can a refrigerator or AC work if there is no continuous electricity? Okay, now that is a problem. So development is not reaching in every part of India. Yes, washing machines in rural areas, also the purchase of these goods is on the increase. But the fact is that the purchase of these kinds of goods is on the increase. Nowadays, large number of people, they have begun to buy these kinds of items. Comforts and luxuries, not the basic needs. Let's move on to the last paragraph of that page. The sale of an increased volume of product would also create a trend of market segmentation, means separation for high quality products. As market will tend towards, move towards high quality products. When people buy a product, they would prefer to buy quality products, and of course high quality products. Not to get something, but they want the best quality. High quality products. People would demand newer features. Best example is a mobile, is it not so? Every now and then we get a new announcement by even mobile companies that they are bringing a new version of the, which is entirely different from the old one, which has many features, new features. Yes, newer features like greater user friendliness. See, mobiles user friendly, is it not so? Not so big to carry. Mobile works as a computer, a camera, a calculator, a clock, all these functions all in one. Okay, now? Yes, newer features. Okay, now? Then, you see, user friendly or greater portability, easy to carry. Or better, aesthetics. It means beauty. So it should be looking so beautiful. Companies will advertise that our new item is so beautiful to look at. Is it not so? It is so convenient for you. So people have begun to look at these kinds of features to purchase them. Okay, now there are also other demands which are of a technical nature. Other demands also are there. The demands are of a technical nature. What is that? They are greater reliability. It should be reliable. Yes, that is why very often we are guaranteed 2 years warranty, 1 year replaceable guarantee. These things are offered. Reliability, yes. Tending towards zero repair, not zero but zero repair, zero repair. So they prefer zero repair, over products, lifetime, or lower energy consumption, or lesser noise or radiation emission. Many needs are there. You see, if it is available, people would prefer for better, features, like all these things. Or lower level of environment pollution. So people are looking for newer features, etc. Okay, now these demand, new standards of performance. To provide that, the company should give new standards of performance and greater technological inputs. Yes, technology should do a greater part in this, newer products. In India too, such trends will be on the increase. Even in India, we are a poor nation, we know. Even in India, such trends will be on the increase. And local business and industries will have to learn to adjust to them. Even local business and industries, they should learn to adjust to the newer demands. Yes, people will demand new features. If only it is available, they will buy. Otherwise, they will go for better facilities and better features. Yes, marketing communication by foreign companies, even through satellite-based TV. Foreign companies, even satellite-based TV and other information services will also affect Indian consumer preference. So we have to compete with the international companies. So we should have that standard, high standard. We should be able to maintain. Then only people will demand them. Okay, even in rural India, not in urban or cities, but in rural India also. Presently, Indian industries or markets or consumer follow trends which are often a decade or more old. Even now, our technology is decade was 10-year period. You see, lagging behind at least a decade older than in comparison with the developed nations. Yes, a decade or so more old in the developed world. In comparison with the developed world, our technology is at least, a decade old. this has to change, says APJ Abdul Kalam. So we should be able to maintain global standards. Then, only then, if only we are able to maintain global standards that people are willing to buy, new products introduced by new companies or old companies, new versions. Okay now? So this has to change, which means we should be able to maintain global standards. Coming to packing, next item to be dealt with is packing. Wherever possible, we can avoid older route of plastics. We must be trying to avoid the older method of using plastics for packing things. Though they are necessary for some products, only very few products they are necessary. And other things, as far as possible, we should be avoiding plastics for packing. Biodegradable tapioca linked paper packages. Yes, we have to use the biodegradable. These plastics, it will not be degraded, means bacteria will affect it or degrade it. Is it not so? As a result, it will remain there forever for long decades. Is it not so? Nothing can affect it. So it's a great source of pollution. So we must avoid all kinds of plastic items for packages. And we must resort to biodegradable tapioca linked paper packages. Tapioca, it is actually a root of a plant. It is used for some eatable item, as well as it can be used for these kinds of things. See, even paper, how it is produced, the pulp is produced by some plants, etc. I don't know. The same way, we have to use a tapioca linked paper packages instead of plastics. Yes. Okay. Why not try many such innovations, new methods, innovations, instead of adopting mere imitations of other advanced countries? We should not imitate what the developed nations are doing. We must find new methods, innovations in all sectors. Why can't we find such innovations, instead of adopting mere imitations of other advanced countries? Another important technological input in marketing, logistics, trading and distribution is going to be satellite communication and computer networks. We often forget we are a vast country of 3.2 million square kilometers, where goods move by trucks or railway. Yes, we often, even now 21st century, we take things from one area to another using lorries and trucks, or some part of it is done by the railway. Okay, a fast growing, high volume economy cannot sustain in its distribution channels without a first-rate computer network. Yes, a developing economy needs a first-rate computer network and satellite communication channels. Yes, we should use satellite communication channels. By a truck, a goods train or ship, each requires different links. See, truck will be moving on the highways, railway moving on the railway lines. Many move in many ways. Mobile communication can be established. We should be able to pinpoint where they are moving. The track should be located. You know how it is being done for some railway or airline. So when the trains are moving, the ground-borne system, they control. They know where this train is moving, which track it is moving, which train is coming from the other side. We should moving and paving way for other train to move, etc. etc. Everything is controlled. Is it not so? Ground-borne systems would control all these trains, etc. In the same way, so even a truck or a lorry, we should be able to locate where it is moving. Yes. Using satellite communication. But a truck, a goods train or a ship, each requires different links. Mobile communication can be established to locate them. Mobile communication can be established to contact them and locate them using mobiles. But unfortunately, these mobile towers are not functioning in many parts of India, especially villages. Very rarely it will be. BSNL also having to a great extent. See, mobile network won't be there. If only there is network, that mobiles will work. There also we have to go a long way. Isn't it so? Yes, mobile communication can be established with them. Lorries, trucks, etc. etc. Satellite navigation system helps in pinpointing the position as well. Navigation system, we have our own. Okay, now by which we can pinpoint where this car is moving, where this lorry is moving, or where these trucks are moving. Okay, now yes, mobility of business persons and traders is also crucial. How do they move? How people can move? Businessmen can move. Short-term activities, say for example 5 years, should include strengthening IT for trade and building necessary infrastructure for meeting customer requirements. Medium or long-term activities should include a large global database. Should be able to create large global database, communication links, and improved transportation and banking facilities. So all these sectors are to be improved if India is to become a big or developed, economy. We are coming to the last part of our essay. Most people are familiar with the traditional concepts of tourism. So we are coming to the next sector, service sector, of course, tourism. Hotels, access to easy transport, special places to visit, starting from the Taj Mahal, Goa, Kanyakumari, the beautiful northeast, coastal India and the islands, the deserts and the Himalayas. Yes, India has got many tourist destinations where foreign tourists would come and they spend many days, weeks, even months to enjoy these tourist destinations. So we have a good lot of places where tourists are interested. Okay, yes, but the modern day tourist expects something more and different. Mark this point, very important annotation. Modern day tourist, they expect something more than that. He comes here not merely to eat, drink and make merry. We must remember that the people from other nations come here not simply to eat, drink and make merry. Yes, many want to learn more about the people and they meet and the places they visit. The tourists come here not to eat, drink and make merry. They want to learn more about the people they meet and the places they go or they visit. That is why they are coming here, not to eat, drink and make merry. That they can do in their own country also. They are more developed, isn't it so? Yes, we call it cultural or knowledge-oriented tourism. Modern tourism is a cultural or knowledge-oriented tourism. There is plenty of scope for meeting such requirement. Yes, plenty of scope is there to meet the requirement through the help of information technology. Multi-presentations can be made available. We can make multi-presentations in big cities and important places. In most tourist spots on the music, what we have here for them, what we can offer them on the music, culture, history, biodiversity and other features that could open by giving foreign tourists a glimpse of such information. We should be providing all these multi-presentations can be made in all important places like Delhi, Calcutta, Mumbai, Chennai, etc. for the tourists that come there. So we should provide them all the information required. For example, if they are coming to visit holy places, okay, now temples, etc., they can be given the list of all the places available here from one end to the other. For example, they come to Delhi nearby, they come to important destinations, religious importance, having the importance like for example Varanasi, then they are coming from there here to Tirupati, going southern part of India, Sri Padmanabha Swami Kshetram, then Sabarimalai, and then they can come back to Trivandrum, take a flight and go back to America if they are coming from. Or if they are interested in, historical places, they can start from Agra, for example. They can travel from one place to other place and reach from north to south. Or they can start from there, from south they can come to the north. In such a way we can give a list and as well as give multi-presentations what we have got to offer them. Yes, multi-presentations are to be made for tourists, who are coming to visit here, because you must remember that they are coming here not to eat, drink and make merry. They want to know more about the people they meet and the places they visit. That is called a cultural or knowledge-oriented tourism. That is modern tourism. Okay now? Yes, including local maps by electronic mail or even as they are planning their trips. You see, even when they begin their trip, we can give all the information required. Even by mail, isn't it? By electronic mail. And other information can be given to them. What all things are here, what we can offer them, what are the places it is better for them to visit. We can give all the details that they require, using IT, etc. and etc. Last paragraph. As must have become self-evident, means very clear. It has become very clear that the services sector is dominated by human needs. A service sector is always dominated by human needs, comforts and conveniences. Yes. Human needs, comforts and conveniences are a major part of a service sector. Naturally, development of human resources become an important requirement for having a service sector. Yes, human resource development is very important nowadays in the modern world. For example, once upon a time we blamed that or we cursed ourselves that we are a large country with a huge population unable to feed them. Now it has become a blessing. Why? Thousands and thousands of people in India, they get their education and they go abroad. Not only in America or in England, but all parts of the world, people work and they send their income, their salary to the people of India, their families. Is it not so? In that way, we get a huge amount of money, and the government also get. Many governments, state as well as central. They get a huge amount of tax. So it's a huge income for us. Now, human resource has become a blessing for India as a whole because we are educated. More people are here educated, but less job is available here. So they, move to migrate to developed nations in search of a job. Many of them get good jobs and they earn a lot there and they send their money to their family here. It is a great advantage for us now. Okay now, the very activity of human resource development and continuous skill upgradation in the face of changing technologies. There also, what is required? Continuous skill upgradation. There also, skill should be upgraded. Improvement should be made in the human skill. Abilities, new technology should be introduced even in human resource. Employees who are working, whoever is that. Okay now, in the face of changing technologies, as newer technologies are introduced, they should be trained to upgrade themselves. Yes, or preferably in advance preparation of likely changes. So, new changes are coming every day. Or in advance preparation of a change that is likely to happen. It may happen in near future. Yes, in technologies and consumption styles. Technology is changing. Consumption styles also is going to change. Is going to be another major component of a service sector. So the people involved are to be trained with the better technologies because the technology is changing every now and nowadays. As a UN Human Development Report of 1995 makes clear, mark that UN Human Development Report of 1995 makes clear massive investments in human capital. We have to invest, not in a small way, but massive investments required in human capital and development of managerial and technological skills. Managerial and technological skills are needed in developing countries if they are to improve their people's living standards. If the countries, if they want to improve people's living standards, what is required? What is required? Technological skills are to be improved. Once again, massive investments. So we have to invest huge amounts in human capital, human resource, as well as development of managerial and technological skills. There also new technologies are to be introduced. Development is required if we have to improve and become a great economy. There ends our essay. Abdul Kalam and Y.S. Rajan gives a new vision how we are going to perform in the new millennium. So we have already ended, and the essay was written in 1998. Okay, once again read the lesson, go through the video more than once. If there is a doubt regarding, let me know it, I will clarify. Thank you.